people. We got the people. Let me set my little show up real quick. I got to get to the pictures. I got to get to the logos, all the good stuff. So welcome to the channel. This is the first time getting over here. And I'm going to end up setting up my Miguel's. I want to set up my mics too. I set that mic up. So I appreciate y'all coming over to the channel. This your boy, Hood Films. You rocking with us at Black Outrage, number 42. I think this is 42. And I appreciate y'all coming over to the channel. Welcome back, and welcome back. What's good? Obviously, we're talking about Dr. Umar today and all the stuff that's going on in his world. Appreciate y'all coming over to the channel. This is our new show, our new shirt. It's a Hood Film shirt. It's fly, it's us. You know, we created it. You should see these somewhere along the way. You'll be able to check these out. But let me get to what I got to get to make sure all my stuff is working over here. So when you get over to the channel, I appreciate you stopping by. We got to do a little baby setups before everything get completely going. So welcome back and everything like that. So we over in the comment section. I'm gonna start with a poll. Auction. Oh Lord, I gotta start looking up a little bit of that shit when you typing. All right, that's that. Should Dr. Umar Johnson School put that together? Oh, right there. Be auctioned off. Bet, start that. So let's get back to it. Where we at with this? Let me hit that right here. You gotta do a little setups before everything get going, guys. That's what the process is. We gotta do a little setups before everything get going. Let me just hit all the little buttons I gotta hit on my side, and then we getting right to the show. I appreciate y'all coming to check us out, though, and hanging out over here at our podcast. I'm your boy Hood. So at the Black Outrage podcast, we basically talk about the stuff that's going on. It's a lot of stuff that be always going on, but we try to talk about the stuff that we could see or whatever. I think I'm going to put up one more. Show support for Hood Films. Creative. I guess you could put this up. I don't know how this shit works. I'm trying to see how it works. Do you put this up like this? Okay, I would have to do that anyway. So as far as Dr. Umar go, we can get to the conversation. I've been kind of talking about it earlier today, so it's not too far away from where we need to be. Let me just pull it back up. And his school is basically being taken, by the state, the government that he's in, Delaware. Delaware. So in Delaware, they taking his school. They say he's saying that he owes this money, and the people at the place is on his back. So definitely do the poll for us too. I was trying to put this my other stuff up before we get exactly to the show. So let me just try to do that before we go all the way in. Which one is it? It gotta be this one. Oh, it's up here. It's at the top. Jesus Christ, that's where the top is. At the top. We're just trying to do a super chat real quick. Oh Lord, give me a second, y'all. Put that young word in the beginning, and then we're gonna put that right there. Right there. I just want to make sure I put all my little stuff in effect before we go. So keep the votes coming in. I appreciate you guys voting. There's a lot of votes coming in already. Showing love, hit the like button, share the message. And now we can get to the actual conversation because it's a big conversation going on. And this is the first person I want to look at his show and see what we'll go over the conversation with each other. What up, Chanel Rivera? I appreciate you stopping by. And I appreciate you too, Anita. Anita said those buildings have been listed as vacant properties for the entire time he has had them. The longer they're on the list, the higher the fees. Oh, so that's really like the underlay for the overlay. That's what we call that. The underlay for the overlay. So we believe in one thing, but it's technically a whole other thing that's actually playing out and happening. So you know what I'm saying? It looks like he's being scammed, or he even calling racism in a particular moment. But if you just got a schools or buildings sitting there, people get to make decisions on them schools, and they in them offices. And if they don't know you or don't like you, then you got a whole big old motherfucking a lot to handle. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
This right here.
So I just don't know what he gonna do. This not the guy for us right here because he got music playing on this show. So let's get the hell out of here because we're not playing music. Fair use on all of the information that we talk about. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe that if you got money coming in like that to the level that Dr. Umar had money coming in, there should not be no bill that you can't pay because you are working constantly and consistently and you keeping the message out there. So people constantly giving you money. I can't see him on money to no real level when people been sending you money for fucking 15 years. Like, what are you talking about? So to me, it would either be somebody on the inside of the school that's playing with him or the inside of the offices that he got to get the paperwork done at. But I can't see him not having money. He got to have the money. It's just no way around it. So I'm going to try to get to the conversation real quick. And you guys,
auction off the Frederick Douglass and Marcus
we're getting close. We're getting close. And I want you guys to continue to do the poll. Send super chat, super thanks. We got our shirt. This is our shirt right here. It's available right now. It's at walmart.com, but you can also copy it right here at YouTube, and they'll actually ship it to you. So Anita said, I live in Wilmington. He made no local connections. I swear to God, that was I knew. I knew that was the trick right there. They would have worked with him. I really think they will be torn down. Well, at the end of the day, it's like, to me, I felt like that's the same thing. So you got a school that you're building, but you don't know nobody in town. Like, you're supposed to be down at the office, hollering at them, having lunches, being like, we need to meet up, we need to talk. Yo, who we need to talk to? Okay, how you doing? My name, blah, blah, blah. I want you to meet my secretary or my manager. You'll be in contact with that person, and they'll contact me and let me know all of the information that I need to go to build this thing. But I don't think he was working like that. I don't think he felt like he needed to know nobody. But you do need to know people. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to stand my ass up on this one. But yo, you do need to know people, and I don't think that he probably took that into real account. You know what I'm saying? That if you move into a state, he's from Philly, but I don't know exactly how close to Delaware from Philly he is. So I think that him thinking he could just move around without knowing anybody in the spaces he was going to be, that's destruction. That's destruction because you got to know somebody. We all had to know somebody. Everybody got to know how you get a job. You got to know. Anita McCrae said, city folks reached out to him and he ignored them. And see, I think that, see, I can barely flip over because Anita keeping the conversation going. I think that you were right about that. So the people reached out to him. He wouldn't reach back to them and say, "Yo, let's do it. Let's talk. Let's get together." So now they kind of have you out of sight, out of mind, and you got no connection on the inside. That means everything you do got to be paid through. You got to have money for it. And if they ain't reaching out to you and putting your paperwork through or doing everything you do, because sometimes you gotta, what they call it, kiss a little butt, rub a little shoulders, kiss babies, shake hands. You gotta do that. It's basically networking, communicating with other people that gotta make moves and make decisions down the line for you. It's hard trying to work at school, because if you're an introvert or if you're a person that like to be like me, like you like to be black outraged and say things and do things that other people might deem scary, or they would never do it, or they might think it might be retribution for doing it, you're going to get backlash. It's not a lot of people might not want you around. A lot of people might not want to do business with you. A lot of people might want to do things that could get you financially stable or stabilize you. But you got to still be able to still go and make things happen for yourself, even if you're on the outside. Anita McCrae say, uh, Philly is no more than 30 minutes away. So I thought so. I said he got to be somewhere close where he going to be in Delaware. But I thought Delaware was be more white people. So I'm thinking like, how you got a school for black kids in Delaware? I don't know how many black people in Delaware. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I just don't know. But if it's 30 minutes away, maybe he thought the people would drive 30 minutes to take their kids to school, because you know more of the black people going to be in Philly, obviously. You know what I'm saying? So Anita also said he's arrogant. If he had a team, someone else on the team could have helped set it up. And I think so too. You got to have a team. The teamwork make the dream work. How you think I got the Hood Film shirt made? You think I got this done by myself? I did not. It took Printful. It took Shopify. It took my wife actually helping me with designs and everything like that. It's a team. It's a team just to build a brand, just to build a Hood Films brand. So it took my homies helping me make movies, being there, showing up on time, helping me do the stuff, running microphones, running cameras. It take a team. Every single element of it took a team. So that's why, I don't think he's ever able to run it. And then you saw him going through this situation with Umar. What's up with this chick? They going crazy. He like, yeah, this dirty pussy bitch. She ain't shit. She like going crazy on the girl. I'm like, damn. Bro, if you wilding like that over this female, you know it's gonna be repercussions, bro. But he just the kind of guy. I don't think he got it all like that. I think he like to crash out. He might just be what they call a crash out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let this Boss Talk, who podcast I watch a little bit, talk about it, and let's see what he got to say. Can we see Boss Talk? Can we see Boss Talk down here? Oh, okay, let me see. I got a new tripod, y'all. You got to give me a second to get everything together. My new tripod, but I think I got to come back up a little higher, so just give me a second. Working this new tripod, y'all. So technology is something we got to do to keep these shows going. And let's see what Boss Talk got to say. Go.
We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We still haven't got our refund. We still.
Imagine being able to
build. Hold up. Well, we're going to have to let him play out because this is not the, I'll play his actual time saying it. But he got it like cut in the corner of his screen so you can't see it. But you can at least hear Dr. Umar actually speaking the words. And that's really what it's all about. I mean, he's saying it right there. Let him talk a little bit more. Let's see what he say.
So, not only are the accounts frozen, make sure y'all hit my Venmo and my PayPal. PayPal.me/Umar the psychologist.
He going crazy.
Vacant property registration fees. I repeat, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a lien to auction off the campus we bought, the campus we've been working on for 6.5 years. I was not notified of this. We were not notified of this. This past weekend, without an email, this past weekend, without a letter in the mail, this past weekend, without a phone call, the city of Wilmington put a notice on the door handle of both of our schools, informing me that if we don't pay the past due vacant property registration fees and outstanding utilities by the 25th of Black August, they will sell our campus. Wow, guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel.
Wow. They talking about selling his campus. I thought they was just so that basically is an auction pretty much, right? Keep the votes coming in. I see the polls is rocking in crazy. I appreciate the polls. Y'all sending in the polls. We listening to Dr. Umar talk. I don't know if it's a lie. You let me know what y'all thinking. Is he lying? Is he just saying whatever? Because nobody is believing him. It's like they said in that Jay-Z song, you need more people. No one is believing you. You became a millionaire and now you talking about you don't have the money. What is he doing with the money? That's the question. What y'all think Dr. Umar doing with the money? Let me know in the comment section. What you think this guy said he's a scammer. Let me read that comment. Wilmington is the biggest city. Anita said, Wilmington is the biggest city with a major black in the city limits. Oh, FDMG is in an area that's known for black consciousness. Oh, okay. So, man, we loving Anita. She kicking it with a Steve-O Stoner. Audio is messing up. Oh, wow. We having audio glitches. Okay, let's see if, let me check the situation over here again. Paperwork done that, but I can't see him not having. Well, my end is acting like it's right, so I just wish I could do technology where I could go in there and fix it and go in there. And I don't know how the technology works, but thank you, Steve-O Stoner. Shout out to Steve-O Stoner. He the first one to buy our shirts right here. It's on the way to him. Hood Films. These are official shirts that's available there on Amazon.com. And they're on Walmart.com. That's where we're going to actually send it to you from a company called Printful. They actually created it, sent it out, and it's very high quality. You're going to love it. It's our official shirts from Hood Films, man. Black Outrage shirts is coming up next. and I appreciate y'all for rocking with the show. Anita said there are other black schools in Wilmington. Well, I mean, they ain't got Dr. Umar James' name on it, so it's crazy, crazy. And Dr. Scammer Johnson is what X15 the third said, and then Wayne Arnold said he about to take that money and move to Africa. Woo! So you just made it a movie. This Hood Films and Wayne Arnold, you get the award for making it a movie. Because wouldn't that just be so crazy that this is how white people movies would be? That he would come and over here in America, obviously he's from America like us, and then he would come here and as an artist, he's trying to make money. Trying to open a school, trying to get people on board with him. But nobody black like us, black Americans from the South, slavery, mass migration up to the North, nobody like us even believe him or agree with him. So we see him and we looking at him like, man, get out of here, man. Go on here with all that, man. Now, hey, look, all that school shit, man, you up to something, bro. You lying. And then, like I said, the government give him money. Thanks, bro. Steve O'Stone said your audio is good now. I think two things are true about at once. Maybe Umar mismanaged his money and he's being sabotaged by white government and the government political stances. Yep, and I agree with both points because at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to open up a black school in a white America. That's not nothing historical. From all the way back to Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, you name a black person who they got from Elijah Muhammad, he did have a school, but you also could go over to like Martin Luther King. None of them had schools, they had churches, they had religious locations. So even the Black Panthers, when they was doing schools, they was trying to make stuff happen inside the school system. So having a school is a large feat. It's not something that you just gonna get or got or think you can get and then walk away easy. Keep the likes coming, guys. My likes, I need to run up the likes button. This is hard work we're doing right now, bringing you this content. Hit the like button, do the super chats, become a YouTube membership right here at Hood Films. We're gonna send you all the content that we do all day long, every hour on the hour. We popping you with the videos from our lives. And I appreciate you coming to check us out again. Black Outrage number 42. Dr. Umar Johnson's school is about to be auctioned off, so it says him, directly from himself. And we get to see it all play out and wonder, what is he gonna do? So let me put my speaker up here because I want to be able to use my mouse. I had to stand up, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you're doing this kind of work, you sit down a long time and it's rough on a bootay. But y'all got to hit that like button. I need y'all to show love on that like button. I'm reading the messages. Hit the like button. Show some love. Keep the message going, y'all. So Anita McCrae said Umar gave a hint as to how much money was in the account. When he was in New Jersey, he said he could pay $500,000 for a place in New Jersey. Okay, all right, okay, but that he probably could, because you also got to remember, Anita, when you're working like this, you also can pay yourself. See, we just thinking that the money all supposed to go towards the school, and that's not how nonprofits work. Nonprofits work whereas you get a fee for being a job. The nonprofit is your job. So if you have 5 jobs, let's say you the manager, the cook, and the fucking janitor. Those are 3 jobs. You get a check for that. Let's say you the CEO, the CFO, and a CMO. You get a check for that. So this is what ultimately a lot of people have those kind of corporations for, is because you get a check for everything that you do. So that means you can just go get money. You understand what I'm saying? I'm starting a coalition of, I don't know, whatever. We're going to help the grass grow or something. Then people say, okay, cool. Pick up some money for that. And then you say, okay, cool. Since I'm the CEO and the secretary and the chef, I get them my checks. I get a check for the 3 jobs I do. And then whoever else I got on here, my manager, my chauffeur or whatever, my Uber money that I got to pay, that's coming all out of the donations. Then you take a portion of the donations, 25%, 35%, 45%. This goes to our cause, whatever we're going to do. So if we giving money to kids, if we buying food for whales, if we doing a sock drawer for giraffes, this is where we're going to buy all that from. But the other money go for my car note, my rent, my mortgage, my kids' school, my clothes, my shirt, my pants. This is how it works. You can't run a corporation or anything if you ain't got no food in the store. You know, it's called they call it hierarchy of needs. And that's what it's called. It's called hierarchy of needs. What is more important? Your food, where you live, some clothes. So that's where the money go first. After that, you can go and do money towards, whatever thing you got going on. And that's just not for you, but it's also for your employees. They work with you. They are part of their company. So now he get a car note, she get a car note, she get rent, he get rent, they get food every week. You pay that from the donations. They got a title. You titled them this, whatever you titled them. That's their job. So just like you got a job at a 9 to 5, you can even see that sometimes where I'm from, at least, they have the Jehovah's Witnesses standing out there. And the Jehovah's Witnesses just be out there. It'd be all kind of chaos going around. They post it, bang, rocking deep. You like, and then sometimes they'll leave and then more will come at the same spot. What happened to a girl in them? Oh, that's the day shift. I'm like, the day shift? Was this a job? Like, yeah, this a damn job. Oh, this a job? I didn't know that. They was like, yeah, this a job. I said, oh, how much y'all paid at that time? Say 40,000 a year. They pay you 40,000 a year with the Jehovah. I didn't even know the Jehovah Witnesses had money like that. But when you think about it, it's a religion that get donations from people every weekend, and they have to pay the people to operate the actual religion as an operation. And it's like, oh, now I understand it. But before that, it's just like, why these people, are they doing it because they want to? Like, they always got suits on. How they buying these suits? Well, when you can understand how it works, you might get you might get a check for your life, and then you also might get a stipend just for clothes, because the job determines that. You got to have a certain look when you out here. So this is a part of the game, and I don't think everybody understand that. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of us don't know that. Anita Court said, you're right about paying yourself, but Umar has no documentations for the IRS. I got to stop you right there, Anita. You do not know that for proof. You know that by feeling and thought, but you don't know that for proof. You don't know what he actually got, what his exemptions are, what he has contacted the feds and said to them. So we're going to stop you right there on that little point. However, your next point is his tax filings don't list his salary or how he's paying himself. You can find that on the Irish nonprofit filing. He also has to pay income taxes on the salary he gets. But again, I will still push back and say one thing. The only way you know what a person is paying directly in their taxes is if you the person running their taxes. You would not know. You can see what they post. You can see what they have in the forms, but you also do know that there's letters and ledgers that you could send to the government, and they'll take that and say, okay, cool. You don't have to file like this. You don't have to do a file under this instead of filing under that. We used to file like this, but now you get to file like that. We all know that's how it play out. So we can't say just because we don't know what it's saying or popping up, we won't know that. Steve O'Stoner said, Anita, can you go look up the owner of the Salvation Army and see if they feel legit taxes? Why do you only have the energy for black folks and not the crooked white system? Question. I need Anita to answer that one. But the big one is, and that's the truth, because not only that one, it's many more, hundreds of them, and you just do not know. And see, so she said, Anita said you can't see his personal taxes, but you can see his nonprofit taxes. And she said, I will get you the link. That's crazy. That, I didn't even know people was that astute as to be able to fulfill that kind of question and knowing all that about somebody. But I mean, hey, if it's out there, people gonna find out or check it out, right? So it's crazy. All nonprofits are listed. Neither on a game. So that's just what people do. But we want to know. I want to know if it's true. I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, but I do want to see other people be questioned like the same of Dr. Umar. Let's just not keep it one dimensional towards a black guy. We got 10 minutes left, 11 minutes left on our super chats, y'all. Show support. Keep the show going. Show a super chat for us. We appreciate y'all showing love, and we want y'all to continue to show love. And I appreciate you guys actually making the polls and keeping the poll going, because we got a lot of votes came in today. It's a lot of votes rocking, and we're grateful for the votes. You can also join the YouTube membership. Join the YouTube membership. Be a part of it. We give you the videos ahead of time. All this stuff coming quick. And then there's our shirts right here. You can give a shirt. Show us a little love right there. I'm going to take a quick 1-minute break because we got to do that for the actual process to continue. You know what I mean? So we'll be back in 1 minute. Let's go. All right. All right. We are back. We are back. We are back. Welcome back to the Black Outrage podcast. This is Dr. Umar Johnson with questioning, should he have his school auctioned off? I don't think it's up to him. I think the white folks have already made their decisions and ain't nothing he can do about it. Anita McCrae say, if you put your money out there, you should be looking things up no matter who it is. That's true. She giving guidance. And we all need that kind of guidance because we don't know the scams that these niggas be doing. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Umar Johnson, unfortunately, is going to be looked upon as a scammer. Look how stretchy that shirt is. You saw me do that. Cut that light on up there, that fan. This thing is a good shirt right here. It look good on your body. You know what I'm saying? You flying it. You flying it all day. You can be walking around. You know what I'm saying? I got more shirts coming. More shirts going to be rocking out with me. You know what I'm saying? You can put your hat on with it. Rock a hat, you know what I'm saying? This ain't got white in it on the hat side, but it still got the little colors. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to grab one of the shirts and support us. Hey, JT, what's good? What's that? He said, what set you banging? Hey, bro, you come at me like that again. I'm driving over there. Where you at? We're gonna talk about it face to face. We ain't gonna do no set banging on the internet. That ain't right. Where you at? Where you at? I'm over there. Where you at? I'm getting a flight. Anita said, I don't give it. She said, I don't give it to the Salvation Army because their men make too much money for me. Okay, well, you know, but that again, we would like to say that that's called fake outrage, my sister, because you're supposed to have the same energy. You can't be like, oh, they're different, and it's only because they're like this. No, it's the same thing. If they got a nonprofit, we want to know every single thing. Okay, I take that back. She said nice shirt. I take that back. I take that back. I take that back. She said nice shirt. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Y'all didn't say nice shirt. Anita said it. Y'all didn't say it. Anita said, Umar reported that he get no donations in some filings. Wow, that's deep. What the fuck? That's deep. Hey, I don't know how you got all this information, but we're going to utilize it right here because you put it out there. I don't know if what you're saying is legit. I'm going to go off of what you're saying. I'm just going to go off of it because we don't know. And I do know it's no school. So at this point, it's no matter what he say, you ain't produce no school. You's a lying MF. You know what I mean? Because you're supposed to have the school physical. It's supposed to be a school, my man. It's like, what is you doing? Hey, I agree. Thank you, Anita. She's so sweet, man. So y'all heard what that is, man. That's called She Rocking With Us. So go over there and support us on the shirt, because this is our dope shirts. They out here today. And I'm trying to get back to the message real quick. Pull up that other page real fast. Which one was it? It's over here. All right, so this Boss Talk, I rocked with this guy sometimes on this podcast, and that's the one who's playing the Dr. Umar Johnson conversation. Let's see who's talking right now, Umar or him.
I'm telling everyone for over 10 years
This one is
that
bros.
Umar was going to open the school. He never had intentions of opening the school, and it's just a hustle. So I'm here to talk about it today.
Well, you say it's just a hustle. He's been campaigning. How do you get to go on all these streaming platforms, on the Breakfast Club, Art of Dialogue, everywhere he's going, out real life, everywhere he's going, talking about this school, everybody's invested. A lot of people have given money. Some say upwards of $1.6 to $2 million. How do we now turn around and say, wait a minute, he don't have a school? Or he shows us the structure of a building. There's a big building with FDMG on it, Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. What in the hell is going on, Dre? How do you get the building? But the doors never was put on. It's an old it looks abandoned almost, and it's got a picture of him on it. So it's a lot going on with Dr. Umar. After all these years, we don't even get a door, or we don't have the school together at all. 6 years.
Yeah, we have to, first of all, one of the things we have to do is stop giving him this title of being an intellectual or being smart. If you're smart, or if you're an intellectual, it does not take 20 years to open up a school. That's number one. Number two,
I definitely agree with that.
one thing he does well is he understands that most people don't understand business.
True.
And if you don't understand business, you don't understand that he doesn't.
And I agree with that guy. Let me just say that real quick. I agree with that guy on that because Umar Johnson is not a mathematician. He's not a person that really understands business. He is a psychiatrist. That's his job. I believe that him getting into this venture got too big for him. It overtook him. And then most times he became more of who he is. And if he's a scammer, then he's going to be a bigger scammer than he was. JT said, y'all not black nationals, are y'all? And I would say, we FBA, my brother. I don't know what a black national is. That sounds like a white people word. But we FBA, my brother. That's who I claim. That's I think what we all claim. But keep the votes coming in. I got a lot of votes coming in. It's crazy about the poll. The poll is rocking today. That's crazy. But it's uniquely different, and I think the poll speaks from the people's perspective because it's so close to even. It's 59% believe yes. Should Dr. Umar Johnson's school be auctioned off? Yes, they believe so. But a 41% say no. And that 41% is really the gauge of America because that's how he makes his donations. Folks believe that he should be making money. They don't believe that he shouldn't be making money. They believe he should be getting paid for his objectives, if you will. But, should he stop? Should it be nothing coming in for him? What do people think he should do? I think that's what it is. If you got to take the people's opinion, what should he be doing? Should he say forget opening the school, or should he follow somebody else's route or ideals? And most folks got jobs. Most people work every day. They're not starting no damn schools. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, whose opinion should you take? Well, who knows the right thing? You know what I'm saying? And I guess we would not know. Tyrell says, hit the like button too, guys, and join the membership, YouTube membership. They're on right here on this channel. We give you all the videos all throughout the week, all throughout the day, and you'll be able to check out all the podcasts throughout everything that we do. You get it ahead of time as the actual members, and we appreciate it. We got different levels, different price ranges, and each one get different type of perks. And this is our shirt again. It's a dope shirt that we appreciate you showing love for, and get one if you can. It should be tagged. If it's not, I'll try to tag it at this point. And that way you'll be able to see the joint and see if you want to get one, take it to the crib. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do around here. All right, Tyrell said, people like this don't mind getting over their own people because they feel like nature, but most human beings can contradict themselves and be hypocrites at times. So they feel they can justify their shit. Well, I do agree with that, bro. And I would say this too. Let's not get caught up so far in the messenger. Let's just really try to take on his message, because a lot of hypocrisy that you're talking about, let's talk about the other side of that. You know what I'm saying? Because you say that's backwards thinking. And I say, let's pop on the other side of that. The backwards thinking that my brother Tyrell speak of. Oh, I'm got no video. What the fuck on the video? It's dark as shit right there. I don't know what the fuck going on, because it's nice on my end. Yo, can you hear me? Okay, I'm gonna restart this bitch. It looked like I'm glitched out. Look like we glitched out real quick. I'm gonna refresh, not restart, refresh. Keep the votes coming in, guys. That's my YouTube connection. I'm just making sure everything is right. Sometimes, it's the internet, so you can lose connections. But I'll try to keep my thought pattern of what I was saying about the hypocrites. Damn, I think I forgot it, but the idea that it's a hypocrisy what we give to other people and buy other products from other people without such a strong demise for the person or misunderstanding for them. And I would dare to say, yeah, okay, thank you, bro. Steve O'Stoner rocked out with us. Okay, it was just on my computer. I would dare to say that it's a possibility, a high possibility. Hey, thank you, bro. It's a high, Steve O'Stoner showing love. I appreciate that. Matter of fact, I want you guys, when you can go get his album, it's right there on all the streaming platforms. It's called Revolutionary Stoner, and it's dope. It's cold. The title tells you exactly what's going on when the album. It's a series. Check out Revolutionary Stoner. Support the music. The bro is right there in the comment section. He cold with it. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. He's showing me the music game, and I'm rocking in the music game as well right now, and I'm happy. So get yourself over there, Revolutionary Stoner. So go check that out. It's on all the platforms. You can check it out. Music videos. He got like 500 music videos. I'm not even kidding about that. So back to the point. Black Outrage number 42, Dr. Umar Johnson, should he get his school auctioned off? And I would say that you got to believe that sometimes people might have mental issues, and we keep putting so much emphasis on them and so much on them. The guy said we got to stop calling him a doctor. I think we got to stop calling him sane. You know what I mean? Just it's okay for a person to not be really, having it all. You know what I'm saying? And then he's done such a large portion of good at some extent. He's helped somebody, some kids. But now we got to look at him and just throw a dart at him. And it's like, look at the vote. It's a 41%. That's high. 41% is not low. You know what's
More
low?
than $1,000
What's low is like 7%. That's low. That low is like 14%. But you're talking about 41% of the people support the bro. Hey, that's what we got to do, man. Hey, I appreciate that. Steve O'Stone, he said that Hood Films is crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anita McCray say, hit the likes for this brother. I appreciate that. And Stone to say FBA all the way. Yeah, we rocking over here and we talking about it. And I appreciate Anita. She gave a lot of insight about Dr. Umar Johnson, stuff that we wouldn't necessarily check into because it's not necessarily something we think about every day. He don't pop up on the algorithm. I don't check on him. I don't even have kids that old. But it's a possibility that he has helped people, that he has done good things. So why can't he get the school done? Maybe he need more help. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe even football players, basketball players got coaches. You know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody need to step in that he can align with and do something like that. Maybe need to group of people, a coalition, or maybe just need to black race together to say, yo, flawed or not flawed, we support this guy. Because I didn't think of it. I can't come up with a school. I didn't go get no PhDs. So if this the guy that's going to be up front, all right, fine. I'm not going to act like you can't do no wrong. Now sit in the house in this bubble and don't move. You can't do that. People gonna have mistakes and shit. I guess as long as he ain't slapping somebody around or hurting a kid, you know what I'm saying? But I'm sure that people gonna judge at a higher standard than I'm just judging at. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Steve O'Stoner said, I think he should just dive more into independent psychology because he really did help the kids academically. Yeah, and that's true. So, you know, that's an element. But again, I think that money. Oh, Tyrell said he messed with the live. Hopefully you'll get the playback because again, if you become a member, that's what we're able to do. We'll send you directly our videos from this particular live right to your phone. So you'll be able to check out everything without any interruption. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, and Steve O'Stoner said, you good, G? Okay, bet. Jayla said, what up, Buster Rhymes? Come on, man. I'm about to take the Hooper out your name because you just sit up there and said something, but you supposed to say that on a basketball court. You got Hooper in your name. What's up? Come on, you can't dunk on me, boy. Anyway, Steve O'Stoner said, your audio good. And then Anita McCray said, I have to run, but I just want you all, to all know but that it's the climate we have to be perceptive of each other and our resources. Protect our elders, children, and single mothers by asking questions. That's dope right there. Shout out to Anita McCray, man. Hopefully she'll shot back into the podcast in the future, but she gave a lot of insight. You're going to love her conversation that she gave. We read every single comment she made, just like we read yours. But we want to make sure that we got the information out there because, again, it's just not my opinion. It's the opinion of the people. All of us, everybody, we are experiencing Dr. Umar Johnson. We're experiencing him need money, asking for donations. That's why the votes are coming in at such a high extent. It's not like I'm joking. The votes are great, going crazy right now of all the people that's taking a poll. Before I play the next video, I'm just going to give an update on the poll real quick and see what the polls got going on. It's not that big of a difference, but it is still moving. And we got, should Dr. Umar Johnson's school be auctioned off? It's looking like 67% say yes and 33% say no. So it's a little bit stretching in one direction, but it's not heavy duty. You know what I'm saying? All right, Miss Anita, peace out to you. Peace out to you. So let's get back to the message. I'm going to see if we could let this guy talk his stuff. It looks like it's going to actually be Dr. Umar Johnson. And let me see if this is actually correct, if this is going to be him saying it. Well, yeah, it looked like he's talking a few times in here. So let's go to this point. This is the point right here. All right, let's get to it. We got a little commercial flipping through real quick. You know, that's only going to be about 7 seconds. And then we right to the message. All right, let's get to it.
Frozen. FDMG Academy bank accounts are still frozen. Dr. Umar personal bank account is still frozen. Dr. Umar personal bank account is still frozen. Brothers and sisters, we are fighting this war against FDMG and Dr. Umar Ifatunde. We are fighting this war against FDMG and Dr. Umar Ifatunde. We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. So, not only are the accounts frozen, Make sure y'all hit my Venmo and my PayPal. PayPal.me/Umar the psychologist. On August the 5th, brothers and sisters. On August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a notice to auction off the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy campus for unpaid vacant property registration fees. I repeat, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a lien to auction off the campus we bought, the campus we've been working on for 6.5 years. I was not notified of this. We were not notified of this. This past weekend, without an email, this past weekend, without a letter in the mail, this past weekend, without a phone call, the city of Wilmington put a notice on the door handle of both of our schools, informing me that if we don't pay the past due vacant property registration fees and outstanding utilities by the 25th of Black August, they will sell our campus.
Man, Umar.
That's crazy. So we really heard it right from his direct conversation. So it's not a guess. It's not a wonder. It's not what we believe or how we feel. We know exactly what's going on. Dr. Umar Johnson has probably been up to the biggest scam grift of American history, trying to make money off blackness, black people, black America, black society. Or is it the most racist thing you could ever imagine, that the people in Delaware see him trying to build a school and they'll set a system up because he's not over there butt kissing, he's not over there shaking hands, kissing babies, talking to people, going to lunches, that they said one thing for sure: in this state, there will not be no Umar FDMG, nothing going on. We have to figure out on which level is going on from here, because his perspective is racism. In his perspective, it's foul. In a lot of people's perspective, he's foul. He's collected money for 15 years and they ain't even in class. Where's your curriculum? Where's your first graduate? Where's your mom? Where's your dads, the people you've helped? Anything to come to show any kind of level of physical activity, but it's not no proof. It's everything we watching is money, money, give more money, give more money. So it seemed to me like he might have more of an addiction to the donation. He might have more of a feeling of, I have to do it. But like one of the commenters said earlier on in this podcast, he's probably going to end up opening his school in Africa. He's probably going to leave America because of the pushback, the media, what it is, the conversation, the internet, and he's probably going to move back to Africa, and that's where he's going to open the school. It's probably not going to be here. And that's just what I'm seeing right now as it gets closer and closer to what's going to happen, especially with the school being auctioned off in 20 days. In 20 days, that it's over with. He got to leave Delaware. Tyrell V said, that's why it's important to have a preference instead of being a fan of someone you don't know personally, because in most cases, being a fan can cloud your judgment and have a preference, but also a critique. But you know, and that's true. You know, Dr. Umar has made a real big situation where people know him. If nothing else, people know exactly who he is. You know, we know who the hell he is. You know, he's a famous dude. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wondering why he can't make the money after being so famous, because you would assume he could, but it's just crazy, man. It's crazy for him. I don't know what to say about, do you believe what he's saying? Is he scamming? The votes are coming in. I see everybody taking a poll. You guys are doing a poll. We also got our super chats coming in. You can send in donations, support us, hook us up, show some love. Malik Muhammad says, shout out, brother. I'm back watching the show. I appreciate that, Malik. You back in the game. What's good with you, my bro? We got King Ed. He said, my question is, if Dr. Umar Johnson fails, who will set up and fill the gap as an advocate or for young men in desperately need what Dr. Umar Johnson is attempting to build? That is a key question. See, sometimes people don't want to ask the big questions. People do not want to ask the big question. Right there, King Ed asked the big question right there. After Umar Johnson is knocked off, kicked out, battered away, who's going to fill his spot? You know who my opinion is going to fill his spot. In my opinion, a white person. as soon as a white person say, I'm building a school, like that white guy that be preaching and shit, he be talking all that positive shit about black people, named Tim somebody, if he pop out and be like, you know what, man, I've done enough. I think I'm gonna start a school. You'll see so many black people getting behind him and being like, oh boy, Tim, whatever the fuck his last name, that motherfucker, man, you see him, man, he talk all this shit. We supporting him, man. Fuck that, man. What he got going on. Tim, no matter what, man, could you just be the president of the school? You ain't got to teach no class. Just be the president of the school. He'll get so much motherfucking support. It'll be motherfuckers coming to you. Your granny and them be talking to your ass like, I heard about that Tim guy. He opening up a school. And it'll be like, what happened to Dr. Umar Johnson? No, hell no. That motherfucker was up to no good. So it's like we don't see. We can't. Again, your mental level gotta be tight. Your personal situation gotta be tight. You know, your personality situation got to be tight, and ain't nobody got all three of them things lined up. Somebody got some problem issues at home. Somebody probably drinking or smoking a little something. Some probably got some kind of relationship issues. So everybody ain't gonna have this outward personality that's gonna just fit within what we believe. And then a lot of times we have our brains as black people so convoluted and locked out, because we consider ourselves being entertained by white America, and everything about them is like pleasant and nice and comfortable suburbia, and they don't really have money issues, and they don't, when the movie come on, they're not chasing a bag, they're not trying to get a scam across, they just fucking have money. It's implied. It's like they're living the story of the movie. Like, I'm about to go be Clark Kent, Superman, I'm gonna save the day. They're not like, but when I get off work, that's when it starts. Like, it's not, that's implied that they got it. They financially straight. They don't have a money issue. They don't have a financial burden. So that's why I don't understand why when we see somebody like Dr. Umar get such a bad break when we just really admire white people. I think that psychologically, deeply, subconsciously, we kind of wish he was white, because then every flaw would be understandable. Like, oh, he just got a bad relationship with her. And if we could just, if we can all just come together and just support, it'll just be different. You know what I'm saying? We've been trained to think that since we were children, that it has to have a white leadership with it. And if it's absolutely no white leadership with it, then what the fuck do it exist for? Like, really, come on, explain yourself. Why the fuck do you exist? Why do you need money? And I want you to explain this to me every single fucking day I wake up. Even if I go to bed, you're supposed to stand over me and say, I need the money because it did. Otherwise, we just go in the store blindly and support. We don't really have a gauge. We don't walk in there saying, all right, which one of these companies are really gonna support my cause? We just go in there and get the shit and walk up out of it. We don't ask them to do shit. We just want what they selling, and we done and we go home. So I think that we might put a lot more burden on our own guy or somebody that look like us. We might have a lot more of a higher standard for them to cross or get across for us to be 100% supportive. Because even if before he had all the problems and issues and media problems and everything going bad, he wasn't really getting that kind of damn support. It wasn't like no basketball players or rappers coming and saying, school for black kids, he go 50,000. I just seen rappers give money to people in the audience at the concerts and be like, yo, hey, this kid going to school, he go $30,000. But they didn't give to a university that's owned by a black person. You know, or I haven't even seen people, like one summer or one Christmas, I heard Tyler Perry gave $500,000 to, what was it? Like the layaway at Walmart. And I just never forgot that. I said, the layaway at Walmart. The fuck would he give some money? I know it's his money, don't get me wrong. But I just thought to myself, like, wouldn't it have been better just to give it to the people? Like, what the fuck would you give Walmart that kind of money for? And I guess the people could go up in there and get their shit out of layaway. I thought that was dumb as hell. But then as I told other people that, they was like, it's a lot of motherfuckers who got shit on layaway. What the fuck you talking about? I'm thinking like, is it? Damn, I ain't know. I'm thinking like that's a dumb move. But this other person explained to me, like, people go to the fucking store and put shit on layaway. And now you walk in, that bitch is yours. I'm like, oh, okay, so it just don't know who's helping who, how it's really connecting. It might seem out of pocket or out of whack, but it's actually sometimes helping folks. It just ain't nothing you can really gather or fathom or understand. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let the message play out a little bit more, but I'm gonna try to take a quick break. You gotta give me a break too. And y'all gotta support me a little bit over there in the comment section. Hit the like button, the polls is coming in, but I'm gonna take a 1-minute break and I'll be right back. No, this is gonna be a 3-minute break. I gotta take a breather, get a little water. So let's do it. I'll be back 3 minutes flat. Let's go. All right, guys, we are back. Let me do my green screen activity. And we back into the conversation. So I appreciate y'all rocking out with us. We took a couple of breaks. We got the situation going down with the polls, and the polls is rocking hard. So the polls is saying 66% is still up in that. You see that 34% is for the strong. It's not going to be just one dimensional. Dr. Umar Johnson still got fans. Hit the like button, show love. We got our super chat going on right now. We see if you guys can help us out. Show a little love, support the boy, hit the like button, all the good stuff. And we're gonna get back to the message. Let me read some of these messages. Let me read some of these real quick. So we got Malik Muhammad said, I told you I'm a grant writer, right? I remember that, licensed in 3 states and a tax man for over 15 years. I'm an OG from the West Oakland where Huey and the Panthers, Umar is done. I'm out. Hey, I appreciate you stopping through, Malik. One of these days we're gonna slide and talk again. Bro come through and he talked. I wish he would have got into the chat earlier with the young lady earlier. She knew a lot of shit. She was talking her stuff too. It'd be cold if they came and talked about this conversation together, but he came in after the fact. JD said, I think his ego is his biggest downfall. And that's a big one at JD, because that's true. And Tyrell agreed. Tyrell said, but we barely have no leaders these days. But I agree. But it's all about that leadership thing. And when you look at somebody like Tariq Nasheed, who says he's not a leader and he don't want to be known as a leader, you can see why. You know what I'm saying? Because anything you do in your personal life is under scrutiny. Everybody watching, everybody got something to say. It's crazy. It's not easy being a leader, man, for nothing, especially of a people or of a system. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing I'm a leader of. Hood Films. This is my brand. This is my company. This is actually one of our shirts that's available right now. You can go get one. Support us. It's at walmart.com. You can also get them here on YouTube and they'll ship it to you. It's dope. And they hook it up. This is very good high-end quality. You're going to wash this thing 100 times. It's going to still fit. And it look good on you. You know what I'm saying? It look good on you. You slide around in it. It's a nice little outfit, a little something that could rock when the weather changes like it is right now. About to get ready to switch up. So again, and let me see, Tyrell said, maybe we need to give them some benefit of the doubt. That's true. Tyrell said, because being black is just a struggle. That's true. Tyrell said, that's actually one of the reasons I support black businesses, regardless if they may charge a little bit more. Yeah, you're a real black dude, bro, and I respect that and shout you out 100% for saying that, because a lot of people got a lot of scrutiny and problems with black businesses, but none at all for every other culture. You already know the conversation. Tyrell said, they may have less resources just to break even. And Lawa said, what's good? What's up with you, Lawa? That's a dope name. Yo, so let me get back to the conversation. This is a guy I told y'all I had watched some of his show before, and I like his words and shit. Some of the stuff he says cool. I seen him again the first time, one of those podcasts. I think it was No Jumper. That's why I saw this guy. All right, so let's get back to the conversation. Let's see what he got to say.
Cut it out, man. Yo, who you think you talking to, man? Cut it out. I feel like when Umar Johnson go on these rants or try to peddle these conspiracy theories, he's talking to the single mothers who Umar Johnson is their last hope for their badass babies, or he's talking to like the people a part of his cult. Because nobody with a working brain, he can't possibly believe that anybody with a working brain will buy this, bro. Of course, them folks had an official confirmation that they were able to properly serve you the summons and complaint, and that's why they were able to get a judgment out against you. Now, Umar Johnson is talking like after the judgment, them putting a notice at his door is not a routine procedure. Bro, he talking like he ain't grew up in North Philly. Cut it out, Umar, bro. Listen, if you really grew up in poverty, homie, you know, man. All right, when the eviction notice coming, they put that eviction notice at the door. Now, your case is a little different. It's not an eviction notice, but I mean, it very well may be, because you got 20 days to pay, or get up out of there, man, because that school no longer belongs to you, homie.
So that's his opinion. And again, his opinion is of the people saying nobody's want to hear it. You know, you got your money, you had this money, you've been making money for a long time. Don't nobody want to hear the shit you got to say. And the people at the place in Delaware is the actual folks that's saying that. They put something on his wall, if he's telling the truth, because you still got to take it to not really know. He didn't show the forums. You know, a lot of people with the internet being around, they'll bust the forums out and be like, you know, write out what you can't see it, just show you. Even if they got papers, again, with the header up there, like, yo, the city doing this to me. But he didn't do none of that. He's just kind of like, if you want to ask me, it's like grifting again. Like, yo, this what I'm going through. Oh my God. And then people just be like, okay, well, I'll support it because I know, you know, he got the right idea. You know, we don't have no more black leaders. I mean, you know, I do support black businesses. You know, he kind of play on that talking point because it do exist. in our culture, it's a talking point that do exist in our culture where they kind of, jump over us. They bring immigrants in, anything to kind of push the black people to the back. So it makes it kind of questionable, is he telling the truth? But nobody is believing nothing he got to say right now. At least at this point, this all is just happening right now. That's why the conversation is constantly happening. You keep seeing Dr. Umar Johnson everywhere because this just came out. This is like right now. So it's a countdown to the dates. And then when that date hit, we'll know if he still got that school. But nobody really gonna know until it actually happened. So let me get back to the message. Hit the like button, show love. I appreciate y'all. Let's get back to it.
Can I ask you a question? Why were we not notified that they were going to try to sell our campus? Brothers and sisters, why are they trying to sell our campus at the very moment that our accounts are frozen? Brothers and sisters, is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that the city of Wilmington is trying to sell properties that we own and have been working on continuously behind our backs? They were going to sell our schools behind our backs. They didn't even tell us that they were going to try to sell our schools. We received no notice in the mail. We received no notice by email. We received no phone calls at all that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door handle. Somebody stole one set of notifications and sent it to the YouTubian struggle streamers. Somebody stole the Frederick Douglass High School paperwork off the front door and sent it to the struggle streamers that they were going to sell the school, and they wanted to sell the school before we found out. I believe that they wanted to sell the school before we found out. We were not supposed to know that they were going to sell our school. Why do I say that? We were given no notification. We received no letter in the mail. We received no email. We received no phone call.
So in his opinion, they snaked him. Dr. Umar feel like he got snaked, but that's what their business is. Again, like the young lady said in a chat earlier on, that if you don't come in town, she said she was from Delaware, whether she telling the truth or not, we don't know. She said she looked up his tax forms, whether she telling the truth or not, we don't know. But the whole point is that she's saying he didn't rub shoulders with the people in town, the folks who got to make the decisions on if your paperwork go through, what time it go through, how fast it go through. Maybe he wasn't doing that. But then she said that was a problem for him. She said even when the people tried to reach out to him, that he didn't want to know or he didn't want to speak to that. But again, you can't really be feeling about that if a person is saying they opening a black school and they don't really want to really have nothing to do with the government of a city unless it's got something to do with building the physical part of the school. But anything that got something to do inside the school, we ain't got nothing to talk about. So he could have came from that vantage point. But again, it's going to make you look bad when you need people to open anything. You need a crew. You need folks' approval. You need people to say yes. You need people to show up on time. What if the zoning people don't come on time? Or what if whoever you need, the people to come unlock something or open a thing, they just stop showing up? It's a whole bunch of folks. That's why in all these cities, it's these, like where I'm from, the aldermans in the different towns that in different areas of the city that you got to know. You got to talk to these folks, get them. They the ones who can walk in the room with the mayor and make things happen overnight, whereas you couldn't even get a meeting with the mayor. You know what I'm saying? So it's like these towns are set up like that. So I don't know what it is like in Delaware, but it seemed like they blocking him from getting his school open, and he is claiming it himself. It's not even like nobody claiming it for him. And then he said somebody stole the forms off the damn school and sold it off to YouTube people or some shit like that. That's what he claiming. So it's like, damn, that's that whole celebrity thing. Like you're fucking famous. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he take that into account enough. You're actually fast, nigga. You know what I'm saying? People know you. They see you. They know you. They know what you want. They know you. You know what I'm saying? So you basically a catch. Like not necessarily for a female, but if I could get something over on you and tell people I did it, like look, this Dr. Umar behind papers. Look at this shit. This is real forms. Look. Hell no, I'm gonna put this on the internet. Like people don't care. They'll just be like, yo, I came up off of this dude. Look, hey, I'll sell this to somebody. Give me $200. It's like they don't care. You know what I'm saying? But you can't. Like, how you gonna guard the school? You know what I'm saying? But then again, if you had somebody on the inside that knew that this was going to come down, the pop like, hey man, if they finna hit you with some forms, you need to probably check into this. Well, if I was you, I'd come down here and talk to them. Okay, cool. But you don't know nobody. It's just you. You know, you ain't got no staff. You ain't got no administrative crew. You ain't got no team. You ain't got Umar Johnson and the FDMG coalition or group. It's just you. So it's like, it's easy to scam one guy. It's easy to get over on one dude. It's easy to block one guy, one individual. Like, who are you? You don't know the damn body. We just stop answering the fucking phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, block his Instagram. It's basic. It's not like you don't even got nobody else pushing your message. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's your family members to be like, we the FDMG family. We gonna all this. My niece is my granny. My niece. It's like it's just you. And so in any monolith, it's not going to be a lot of support. You need to have a crew of motherfuckers, at least 8, at least 3. Even Wu-Tang had 9 motherfuckers, and they was just trying to rap. They wasn't trying to start shit. They were just trying to get their name out there. You know what I'm saying? But they went down in history because at least 9 dudes did it. At least 9 guys. They did it in a group. What if somebody come out with a group in the future and it's 25 rappers? You got to sit back and listen to their song for 30 minutes and shit. Be like, okay, now I guess 25 rappers could make it. You never know. But it's just crazy. Tina, what's up? Tina, what's up? She popped into the comment section. I appreciate you stopping by. So let's see what he got to say again. Hit the like button, share the message, do the poll, hit the super chat, send the super thanks. Everything they got going on, use your fingers to do the talking. And hit the poll too. All right, let's get back to the message.
Family. And by now, I'm going to just tell you, it's funny.
All right, I ain't gonna be able to play this dude because he got his music playing. He normally don't have that music playing, but if you got music playing, YouTube, come to your crib, choke you out in the kitchen, and so you do not want that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful with playing other people's sounds in the background. But it's a lot of people who I wanted to hear their messages and shit, and I know y'all got people who y'all been listening to, but everybody ultimately got the same feeling. Like, bro, you've been scamming, you've been getting over on the people, and ain't nobody trying to feel that no more. And then the school, again, the people who work at the school, you just would never know. Are these people against him? Like, who is these motherfuckers he talking about? He must know who they are. And maybe they was reaching out, and he just was like, I'm not answering the phone. Don't ask me nothing. You got to talk to you mother hubbers. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't understand what's going on with the bro, man. I was trying to see what else we could check out real quick. I wanted to play Old Boy, but he was talking about music in the background. It's another guy people been talking about, somebody named Tank, so let's see what he got going on here. I'm going to read
One of you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want. With
stupid
Wix,
commercial.
you can.
Shut up. All right, there you go. Let that roll out real quick. And then as far as the poll, it's at 63. It's holding steady. I mean, come on, we're an hour deep. This thing, it's been like that when we was 7 minutes in this joint. It's holding steady. So some people support Black Dr. Umar Johnson, and 63% of the people want his thing to be closed, but 33% of the people say no. He get to have one. He get to have a school. He get to try to make it happen, and don't nobody get to block it because he ain't moving fast enough for you. You know what I'm saying? All this vitriol and all these people having issues with him, don't nobody want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Don't come over here with all that extra crybaby shit. This is what he had. This is what he doing, and we're gonna support our brother until he get it going. And sometimes you need that. I think it's a lot of strong non-support for Black people. But if he could somehow, I don't know, if he could somehow turn this into a Christmas drive or a Halloween drive, or he can connect the money that he getting to these holidays, it'll probably be more people that'll be more supporting to him, you know. But the whole conversation of no white bunnies and all of these things, it's gonna turn off a segment of Black people. That's their life. You know what I mean? If I got a white wife, I'm not trying to see you open no school. That's gonna teach a bunch of Black kids don't have a white wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I support that? Like, no. Get out of here with that. You know what I'm saying? You keep telling all the Black people don't do this and don't do that. Now, I ain't listening to you. Should nobody listen to Dr. Umar Johnson. Like, that dude is a clown. And there could be a bunch of folks that he is basically against their lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Because of how he lives his lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So is he a scammer? Is he a scammer? Is he a voucher? Is he what they call him? A grifter? All these things? And everybody else not. So these other companies that's trying to get on and trying to get money, they not scammers. They are people who actually doing the right thing. But when it come to Doc, He must be. He gotta be.
Data
No,
everywhere.
no. He's a scammer. I ain't saying he not, because I don't know him personally. I ain't never borrowed $20 from him. But 1 week ago, he was saying his school got, his bank account got closed. Now this week, he's saying the school getting auctioned off. So what's the next? It's almost like one of those, the Batman. What's the next thing for Dr. Umar Johnson? You know what I'm saying? Will he get his school started? Will he get his bank account reignited? But I think, oh, should he just chill? Should he just stop? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, nigga, you running people crazy, dude. Okay, go ahead and sit back some damn well. Like, fuck is you doing? Like, what? Every time I turn around, it's you. Hey, give me some money again, y'all. Hey, they got a sale down here on Oxtails, and I need that for the school. Like, where the kids at? They got a lunchroom and shit. Like, what are you talking about oxtails? But people be out here like, yo, he got an oxtail party. We're going to send money over there. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy to think that everything is what everybody believes. It's not. Like, some comedians make some people laugh, and then some people be like, I can't stand that motherfucker. Like, would you shut up? You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, you don't like, what do you mean? Everything you say is hilarious. So it's the same thing with that. Like, some people just believe that Doc is a snake, and he can't wipe that off no more. I don't think he care. But get money like that, it might be crazy. Let me see what this lady got to say. I don't know what she gonna say. So you gotta let her play out. This lady is one of the people who started ADOS. You heard of that, American Descendants of Slaves. So she started that moniker that people started saying, and Tariq Nasheed started FBA, a Foundation of Black Americans. They mean the exact same thing, but they was having a little beefs at one point. And I appreciate the polls coming in. The polls is rocking in, man. Y'all be coming in. I guess they just coming in, hit the poll, and just do what they got to do. But it's like, man, people been hitting the poll. So let's go back and see what's going on. What this lady got to say. If you know her name, let me know.
We got Jay Morrison. Whatever happened to Melanoid Nation? What was that? Is that still a nonprofit? What happened to that? We've had a slew of people go down the list. Jay Morrison said he was doing Black Wall Street, and all of a sudden we don't even know where he or the $13 million went. How long are we going to do this? This man went and bought, listen, the first clue that should have showed you that he did not know what he was doing was he went and bought a dilapidated building. And one of the reasons, well, why you want him to go away so bad? Listen, there were signs that this person was not a serious person. Sometimes you just got to call a thing a thing. There were long ago signs that Umar was not serious. First of all, I was the one who told y'all years ago and asked y'all years ago why he was always outside. I said, why is Umar always outside? He's always in the playground and in a car making a video. I said, does he have somewhere to be? Because you don't even have to have some nice where to be. You just have to do a video. You got to have a nice corner of a room. You don't even have to have a big conglomerate. They got all kind of stuff. Why is he outside eating ice cream sandwiches? Sometimes the jokes just write themselves. I said, this person is not a serious person. And why would you give money to a person that is not a serious person? I don't understand how that makes sense. I don't understand how we're just going to be running around wasting money with people who are making outside videos eating ice cream sandwiches.
All right, well, we got a little insight from her.
I'm not gonna be on here too long, but this is frustrating.
And she feels frustrated, as she said, about just the constant bull crap. And all of a sudden, he eating ice cream sandwiches. But see, come on, you going too far now. Come on, he can't eat ice cream sandwiches. Ice cream sandwiches is too much. God damn, that's heavy-handed. But I mean, she's a donor. And when you asking for the entire world, anybody to give you money, they get to make decisions. They get to decide. They get to say what they want to say. They get to make a point, whether it's right or wrong. And I don't think he catches that. I think he's like, hey, I need the money. You get to say what the hell y'all need to say. Hey, send some dough. What's up, Ned? Did you hit the like button? I'm going to read your message, but you got to hit the like button. You got to show some love. Hit the super chats. Let me make sure the super chats is still going, too, because we need that to be rocking in there. And Ned Ebbs said, I noticed every time. Well, let's put Junior there so we make sure we ain't saying his old man popped in here. Ned said, I noticed every time he speaks, it seems like he's against his own. And now he needs help from the same people he's talked against. he's a grifter, and I said it. Hey, you know what, Ned? I do notice that. I do be noticing that. I say, man, you know, for people who be supposed to be helping black and no, they just got this. It's like I think it's not necessarily him. I just think it is like that. Like black people do have a kind of disdainment for each other, like this disregard, and it's like this just not. We don't rock with each other like that, bro. And it's nothing to even be mad about or ashamed about. It's just the way America taught us how to be. Like, we don't really fuck with each other like that. You know what I mean? We all black. We know we all black. We know we all here, but we don't really rock with each other as black people like that. We know we here. But if anybody else pop up, we're going to fuck with them. And I always say, well, you know, I'm a filmmaker. Obviously, this is a filmmaking channel, so this is my filmmaking company. And I always say in a movie, man, that wouldn't it be crazy if Martians came down here? And it would be like one of those things we never seen before. Everybody would be shocked out their fucking mind, like it really happened. We are not alone in this world. This is crazy. And they come right down here, and black folks start being like, I don't fuck with you niggas. I've been over here with these Martians. They could do all kind of shit. You see white people put them over here. We didn't even know that section of the world was in this bitch. I'm driving out there. I fuck with them. Man, you go over there, you get you one, they kick it with you, they laugh, man. You can teach them anything you want to teach them, and they'll fucking say it right back to you. Like, we won't have this. We stand the fuck away from that Martian shit. Are you fucking crazy? I wish I would. A fucking person from out another space, but my grandmama never met that motherfucker. I don't ever want to meet that motherfucker. Like, we not gonna have that mentality. We gonna run right over there and be like, there's Martians. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Especially if you see one white person walking down the street with a Martian, I mean one, it's gonna be 10,000 black people walking right out there, picking up doo-doo behind the Martian and shit, like, tying it in the bag, walking. You be like, what the fuck, did I just see that shit? But why black motherfuckers doing it? Like, you know these niggas want to be like them. Don't even front. White people got a goddamn Martian. Black people gonna have a fucking Martian. So it's like we don't have that our own mindset. So if a person like Dr. Umar Johnson get thrown under the bus or castigated, everybody gonna rock with it. And nobody gonna come back and say, hey, wait a minute. We all waiting for that white dude, Tim Evans, I think that's his name. He gonna end up opening up a fucking school, and then all the donations, all the NBA players, everybody be up there shit, holding arms and shit, doing some African song, like, yes, it's a school for the black people. But as soon as somebody black do it, it's like, hey, what school he go to? Man, what the fuck's that nigga? Capricorn. Oh, you heard about them? Like, it's like nobody gonna really allow you to do some shit and have problems and not be perfect and not do all these other things, you know what I'm saying? But that don't need to be. That don't mean you should be. It's just that's how to work. And from the actual votes that's coming in, it shows at least that 39% believe he should have his school. He should not lose that school. And that's a hefty amount. That's not a little baby amount of people right there. That's a nice grip of people that's believing. He's having 61% say no. He's a snake. They believe just like Dr. Nebbs Jr. and say no. He got to get the kid. He got to get up out of here. Ebbs Jr. So I'm saying. So the Bat said, "What's good? What's up, the Bat 101?" He said, "I listen to a lot of Dr. Umar, but sometimes you need to sift through the BS with him, and that's gonna probably be with anybody." You know what I'm saying? When you ultimately believe, realize that you can't just take everything somebody say. What up, Kaz? Kaz just popped in. And so it's like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't just take everything from everybody say. And then as a black people, man, people are flawed and in issues. This is the black culture go. We put another super chat up there. We'll see if we got show some more love. Where do you put it? Right here, somewhere in here. I forget where you put this shit at now. Anyway, I'll find it. Do you just hit the button? All right, maybe it did. I'll see. But anyway, go. All right, okay, so it's already together. I appreciate y'all gonna check us out. The polls are rocking hard. We damn it, man. Y'all went crazy on the polls today. I see that. Yeah, Bro Cat say he love Umar. I think a lot of people love Umar, man, especially if you're black. We know what he's talking about. We know what he stands for. It's his antics and the stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's off camera that a lot of people are talking about. The fact that it's not a physical school. You know what I mean? It's not, maybe he is a good guy or a bad guy, but the objective was to start the school, and it's not a physical school right there. So, and it is one that he claiming he owned, but then just as quick now he's saying he's getting evicted. So it's like, did you really own it? Like, because owning some shit means eviction is far-fetched. You know what I'm saying? That's a joke. You know what I'm saying? But that's something he's dealing with, and then he's putting it all out to the world. He's not holding none of that shit back. You know what I'm saying? Bro said he alternates between common sense and extremism. Okay, all right, that's your opinion of it. I wouldn't doubt that. Perspective Outlook said Umar is a Chitlin Circuit minister playing the fools out. Okay, that's another component. That's another component. So from a lot of people's perspective, the nigga is super dynamic. He got a lot of shit going on. You don't know whether he coming or going or how to believe him or not believe him. But it's like he's like one of them people you can't really know what the hell to say. This is our shirt too, guys. Hood Film shirt right here. We rocking hard with our shirt. We appreciate y'all coming to check us out. I'm gonna take a quick break real quick for 1 minute this time. We're gonna do a 1 minute break and we'll be back with more show. So let's get 1 minute and let's kick it off. And y'all can help out in the chat and do some more voting and help us out, share the message. Let's go. All right. We are back. We are back. We are back. I appreciate you guys popping in again. We're talking about Dr. Umar Johnson. Should his school be actually auctioned off, which is what they're saying is going down in his life. So as we continue the podcast, you watching Black Outrage. This your boy Hood, and this is number 42. We've been doing the show for quite a while now. We 42 shows deep. I hope the video comes back in. There it is. Okay, so we rocking. It's a little delay over there, but everything is coming in, and we still talking about Dr. Umar and what he got going on. And I'm gonna see what this guy got to say real quick. I was letting the guy play a little bit. Let's see what he's talking about.
So many of us don't learn.
All right, we'll let this guy. This guy, you probably seen him on the line before. His name is The Saint. So he's out there big with his message. We'll let him talk about it, and then we'll discuss what he's saying after we hear it. So, and then I'll read the comment section. So guys, hit the comments. Hit the message, hit the super chat, show some love. My shirt is over there pinned, and you can cop one right now. We got all sizes. It's a dope little outfit that you get to rock. You'll be having a Hood Films official shirt. These are official shirts. They're on Walmart.com as well. But you can get them right here, and we ship them directly. I don't ship them to you. They ship them right to you. Printful is the company that's actually putting it together, and they did a great job putting the logo together. More stuff coming, but right now we got our shirts together. So let's get to the message, and let me know what y'all think about what you hear here. Because what you hear here, we're going to discuss it, just like in school. What you heard, we're going to discuss it in a few minutes. Damn, he kind of low down, but I ain't going to move stuff around. So let's get to the conversation.
Unearned money, and he could not handle it. And that's human. However, this is what happens when, as I say, you have ordinary people who are placed into extraordinary circumstances. Yes? And I totally understand how Umar has kind of been victim of circumstance, victim of himself, victim of what he didn't learn as a young man. And this is precisely why things like the training center are very close to my heart, because so many of us don't learn financial literacy. You don't have firm fathers. You don't have the requisite things to get you to success, and most importantly, maintain success, which is to say, if you're able to get to the top of the mountain, how do you stay up there? This is why all the ball players go broke. I see people in the audience, and I totally understand, and I agree with you. He says, nah, F that, he's scamming. There's no doubt he's scamming. That's for sure. In fact, I've often stated that I believe he has a gambling addiction. And in addition to that, he has sought to live a life that is not meant for him. He wanted to live like the big homie. You know, I've been traveling around the world for over a decade, living like a super player. But I've been doing it on my own money. And in the case of Dr. Umar, he's been doing it on the charitable donations of Black women primarily. And it's actually quite scary, sick and sad when you analyze the true scheme. He really has actually unfolded what you would call a romance scam. Yeah.
Damn, that's deep
Yes,
down there. He going into a whole another dynamic, and it's intriguing this guy's point because he's saying that of course the guy's scamming, and his initial point is that Umar Johnson is not necessarily prepared to be a leader of the people or of a community or of a school. He's not basically there. He didn't have a father growing up, so he really can't mentor kids. He does not raise his own kids in the same household. So how he's going to be a father or fatherly to somebody's kids? And then he's not married. So that means he's what? Trying to find some, everybody human, trying to find somebody out there. And there's going to be many women out there. It's almost like a hustle. It's like, well, where the bros going to be at? Okay, all right, in the church or at the school? I'm going to go to the schools then. All right, bet. I was up there like it's some baddies in there. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Psychologist, that'll get me around them all the way. Bet. Now you go in there and all the girls fall at you because you can put the suits on. You could be up there talking la 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 dee da 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 or PhD da 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 and PhD. What? Now all the girls getting dressed up just to come see you. They getting you a celebrity. Even if everybody on the internet call him out and say blah 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 about you, it's still gonna be females that's gonna be like, he's a catch. That's a guy I want to see. Think about how many females for the NFL, NBA All-Star game go get U-Haul trucks and stay in the U-Haul trucks because they don't even have money to actually live in a hotel at the time they're in there. They getting dressed, they getting their outfits on, they getting smooth, and they right in the party or right at the club like they're a supermodel, and the guy don't know nothing. And then the guys go get whatever girl they gonna get, and they might even pass her up, and she got to go back and take this U-Haul truck back to the house, and then find another party to go to next week or next year. But you're still going to be a catch to females. And so being around females that are susceptible, bad relationships, dealing with kids that might not be rude, but be unruly, that give you a chance to be like, let me talk to them. Hey, you want to get you some school education, be a PhD like me? Yes, one day. All right, go in there. Hey, come here, sweetheart. Let me talk to you real quick. Oh, you smelling so good. Damn, really? He left you? See, that be sometimes. The brothers, I do a seminar sometimes where I help out young black men. It's easy to spoon people when they are already kind of not really sharp. They're not really sharp, not necessarily mentally, but emotionally, maybe financially, maybe in a home-wise. It could be, you could meet people that's really down and out. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, here you come, you got game. You know how to talk. You from Philly, you smooth with it. You know how to, put the right cologne on, and the girl's like, damn, Dr. Umar Johnson. And this chick that'll be like, I'm walking to a car. Like, you will be telling the girl, like, I'm gonna walk you to a car. Or you be like, I'm trying to get something to eat. 4 chicks walk up with a plate, like, I made you a plate. You like, damn, and I got the bros lined up. You can go around homies, and that could be like, yeah, hey, boy, hey, nigga, Edward show. Man, that bitch is in my face, boy, crazy. So most guys gonna like that. Most dudes is gonna enjoy that type of attention being in their face from females who they ain't got no connection to. I ain't their baby daddy. I don't have to pay her rent. I ain't gotta take her to no show or nothing like that and sit around with her 12 hours. She just like me because of my stature and what I do. So who gonna hate on that? Who can hate that? No, you can't really hate that. There's no way to touch it and be like, that's wrong. So that in that little point, I don't agree with the guy because people gonna be admiring who they admire. They're not gonna be morally right when you like somebody. You're not gonna be walking around like, would I get to heaven if I care? You're not gonna think like that. You're just gonna be like, I like that person or I like that celebrity. It's normal. You know what I'm saying? So I just push back a little bit on that point of what the guy's saying. So let's get back to his conversation though. Let's see what he got to say. This the guy named the Saint. This guy named the Saint and Sinners. Let's go.
Been hitting these chicks with a romance scam.
A romance scam. That's kind of next level. I don't know. I'm gonna let this guy go because his conversation is going into romance. I just think that's way off. But I kind of want to hear what he got to say. But I'm not. We're gonna let him fly. You got to go to Saint Center and you got to go a little bit deeper in this conversation because we know where he coming from and he just believe that he's scamming females because of where they are in life. And it's like damn, you know what I'm saying? But imagine him saying that you got your school finna get repossessed by the government in a few damn days. That's next level. You know what I'm saying? And give you some money to keep it. You know what I'm saying? The same government that most motherfuckers work with and work for. So that would be making us believe like, well, if they don't want you to have it, it's got to be a reason. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't know the reason because I ain't in your life like that, but it's got to be a reason why they over there telling you no. Like this one lady said, the reason was that, in her opinion, the reason they didn't want him to have a school was because he wasn't talking to the people, hanging out with the neighbors and the folks that's in town, you know, the people that you got to talk to get a school accomplished. So he was just off to himself, but we all know that he said he wasn't having nothing to do with white people when it came to this school. So again, this is what he said, you know what I'm saying? He said, ain't no white people gonna be involved in this. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see him going to Delaware and then starting to be like, yeah, we having a meeting in my school, bring the city whoever's and the city planners and shit. Like he ain't going the route. And that's gonna make them say, I ain't heard from him. He ain't called me. We have no communication to him as far as what we need him to say to us, which probably is just kiss my butt. And it's like, he ain't doing it, so don't put that paperwork through. You know what I'm saying? Perspective outlook. What's good? He said, Umar is chilling circuit minister planning fools out. Yep. The bat says so many people don't learn. And because they don't look at his flaw in the community that we belong to. And perspective outlook said, Umar is a modern day Deke O'Malley. I don't know who that is. Instead of Harlem, it's Cotton Comes to Philly. Hey, that's a cold name for the story behind Umar. If it was a movie about his life, if Cotton Comes to Philly, that's a dope name because it's like that's exactly that little time frame. And we'll look back at this time when we get older and we'll be like, man, was Dr. Umar smart? Was he dumb? Like, was he a snake? Was he grifty? Like, we're gonna look back to this time. I don't know if he'll have a school in the future, but it's almost been 20 years. So he probably won't have a school in the future. He'll probably just be like, I don't know what he's gonna parlay into. Like some people say he probably need to go back. My boy Steve O'Stoner said he need to go into one of those private independent sectors and just teach people individually. You know what I'm saying? Give his curriculum out to the folks that come and sign up to his actual, classes or whatever. But doing it like get money and then never seeing the school, you're gonna have people that's not gonna like that. Yo, the polls, hit the polls for us, guys. The polls are coming in strong. We appreciate the poll. You've been voting. It's sliding. Now, new people are coming in. I can tell because the message is changing. The people are changing. The conversation is not just locked and loaded with he shouldn't have a school no more. More people are coming in with the other point and the other perspective. So it just looks like it's a lot of people in the world, and everybody's not gonna have the same feeling and opinion. You know what I'm saying? Some people believe he should keep his shit, and that's what it is. Piano Armand said Umar made a bad investment. He should have leased the school from an owner. Ooh. See, Piano need to be, but see, I'm gonna tell you why he didn't do that, Piano, and this is my opinion. Because you don't know the owner, that person, that guy, that girl who you might be leasing this from. And as soon as they get to understand your practicality and how you are and what your mindset is, they're not gonna go with that, bro. They not finna go with that. They're gonna be like, oh wait, he said no about dating white. My daughter is married to a black kid. You know, like whatever. Like you don't know people's sensibilities, and if they don't goof, they're gonna block you. They're gonna fucking block you. And who wanna go through that shit, especially if you've been grinding and building some shit? You don't wanna fucking talk to nobody, especially somebody who could block you. So that's why I don't believe that. I believe that it's probably a good thing that he didn't go through nobody, because that's exactly what they would have been trying to do. And Armand said, Debat says, I think he's intelligent, but his wishy-washy dynamic is outrageous. Yeah, and just like anybody taught you when you were growing up, if it quacked like a duck, it's a duck. You know, we don't have to beg and borrow to wonder, is this guy snaking? Hey, where's the school? Okay, this physical building, when is class started? It's no definitive answers. His answers are always wrapped back to the government of the place. Oh, I got to go through this. We got to get HVAC. We got to do all this. It's like, well, damn, maybe you got a school too much big. Like it's too big for you. You're supposed to just got you a little small town, a little office space somewhere and kick the school off. But you trying to have 3-4 buildings, a little building and a big building, just like people have in schools and kids. Like he said, Armand said that was a bad investment. And this go back to like what other people were saying, that he's not good as a businessman. He's not good as a businessman, and that's smart. That's true. Piano said, I may be wrong, but he could have saved up better. That's true. I believe so too, man. And Piano said he should have put less money in traveling and more into construction. Damn. Yep. Because unless those people are paying for him to come in town, to do the different things he's doing. He's actually spending the money from the donations to go to these different places. You know, sometimes he lists his place he going. The boy going all over the fucking country. He be traveling a state or a location every single weekend. So it's really a deep dynamic to see all of this. You know what I'm saying? So yep, it was never about a school, but simply Perspective said it was never about a school, but simply money. I mean, who was going to pay teachers, janitorial, book computers, what donations? It would never end. It's how cons work. Yep. That's your name, bro. Perspective Outlook, bro. You named yourself the right one, because that's exactly true. I don't think a lot of people take into account what he was doing. I think people just wanted to support him because of what he was trying to do ultimately. But technically, the grift is up. Everybody know what you was doing. Everybody know what you was up to. You can't hide. You can't fake it. You can't lie about it no more. Everybody know that Dr. Umar Johnson was just scamming. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's as far as I got on this podcast, y'all. I'm super tired now. So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all get back to y'all day. And I appreciate y'all. So we'll be back tomorrow. Actually, you know what? Today at 6:30 p.m., I'm going to try to, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. tonight, I'm going to do another show. It won't probably be about Doc. We'll probably do about something else if he got something else to go. But please do the super chat, hit the like button, share the message. This is my new shirt. It's right here. We pinned it in the comments, wherever you can find it at. Send a super chat, super things. Show some love for us to keep the show going. That's what we want to do, be able to keep the show going and do all this good shit, man. And I appreciate all the comments. Everybody been sending comments in. It's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Piano said, it's a lesson learned for all. The more you divest, the more you regress. Yeah, that's true. Perspective said, I get that people are looking for a hero. Yep. All of these points is exactly what the people will be saying in the movie, man. They'll be like, man, we tried to work with this guy, man, but he's not up to what our standard, you know what I'm saying? And the standard is not even that high. People just want you to be telling the truth. People just want you to be legit and be 100% and not make us have to chase you around to get answers, you know what I'm saying? So that's just crazy. So that being said, y'all have a great day. We'll be back with another show tonight, 7 p.m. on this channel. And you're going to love our show. As far as the polls go, it is a 60-40 split, and the Umar Johnson auction should happen as far as the people say. He should not have a school. 40% believe he should. So that means he will probably still get donations, but he probably won't have a school. So I'll get back to y'all. Hit us up, share the message. Still try to support us if you can, all right? Peace.